Okay, hi, this is Sophie Mihalko, and today, unfortunately, Gosia cannot join me. So I thought I would do a quick video because I like to be respectful of your time and know that you're gonna want to watch this in the future and you're probably gonna want some information, some tools. So recently, I realized that a lot of people just don't acknowledge actually what they know. And the way that I call what you know is I'm going to call it awareness. So, why awareness? Because it's not what you've been educated to know. Okay, I'm not talking about what you've learned or what you went to school to know or what you've experienced in order to know something. Okay, I'm not talking about that. And I am not talking either about intuition. Okay, why am I not talking about intuition? Because intuition comes from you. So when you are using your intuition, you're actually using what you know, what you've experienced, in order to come up with something maybe non-logical, out of the box, quicker than what the mind would give you. So the first thing to have awareness, which means to know everything there is to know that you could ever want to know about anything, the first thing is to leave your mind out. So basically, your mind is going to be out of the way. Why? Very simple. The mind first is logical. So if you're getting information, so you're getting an awareness that is not logical, that does not make sense according to your mind is going to say, no, that's not possible, and not actually allow you to receive that information. So that's the reason why, number one, why we don't want the mind to be in the way. Number two is that you can only process either what you already know or you've experienced in the past, or what somebody else knows or has experienced in the past. However, if it's information that is brand new, that nobody has ever told you, that you've never experienced, if you're using your mind, you're not going to be able to receive it. So in order to receive awareness, we're going to leave the mind away. Okay, so that's the second thing. Now, how do you know if you're not using your mind? How do you know, and how do you receive awareness? It's so easy. First of all, you have a body. So if your question relates to anything that is in this reality, in this dimension, in this time and space, you want to use your body. So we're talking money, relationships, we're talking fun activities, fun adventures, we're talking food, clothes, health. Obviously, you're going to ask the body. So the first thing to know is, what is my body? What awareness is my body giving me that I may not be paying attention to because it doesn't look like anything that I think it should look like? So, very simple. When I was a kid, I was very clumsy, okay? And so I would go this way, and then my body wanted to take me this way, but because I was not listening to my body, I would fall, I would hurt myself. So notice where you're like, your head is wanting to do something with your body, and then your body is like doing something different. For instance, eating food, right? You want to eat something, and then your body picks something else. Or you're eating something, and then you're really enjoying it. You paid a lot of money for it, and then after 2 or 3 bites, I don't want it. It's not good anymore. Do you know what just happened? Your body told you, I've had enough, because actually food takes a lot of energy for the body to process. So much earlier than what you think, the body's going to have enough. So listening to the body, being aware of the signs and the signals that the body's giving you, an intensity. So it could be a muscle that's tight. It could be a little discomfort somewhere. It could be a sensation like a gentle breeze. It could be a tingle. It could be something that makes you laugh. Whatever it is, the body is giving you signs and information all the time. Are you paying attention to the body? Okay, so for Awareness 101, to receive information, first thing to do is to listen to your body and listen to those tiny, tiny little touches. Not, I mean, when the pain arrives, when the illness arrives, yes, of course the body's talking to you, but now it's screaming at you. Way before that, the body, he or she, had given you a lot of information that you just didn't listen to. Okay? Okay, cool. So for instance, as I'm talking to you, my fingers are starting to like hurt, or like almost somebody banged them, right? It's not bad, but it's just like this little feeling that I get. Why? It's because when I do this kind of work, when I speak about all this stuff, it's raising a lot of energy for you guys. And unless I'm moving my fingers like I am right now, the energy gets stuck. So for me, one way of helping you move forward, receive more, receive faster, is to move my fingers. And my fingers are like, please move. Otherwise they get really tight, okay? It's very interesting. I do this speeches for the public, an audience that is not necessarily ready to receive what I'm giving you today. And I find myself in very strange positions with my hand because I'm so used to moving them, and I'm not necessarily moving them when I'm doing the speeches, okay? Okay, that's so much better. All right, so body is gonna give you lots of information. Listen to the little sensations way before the big screams, and then you'll get a lot of information. That's number one. Number two, look at what is showing up in your life, okay? So for instance, you're on the internet or you're on Facebook. Super awesome place, by the way. Facebook is amazing. You're on Facebook and you're wanting to write a blog post, or you're wanting to promote something you're doing, but you're not quite sure what to do, where to go. You open Facebook, and then suddenly something shows up on Facebook that catches your attention. So it could be a friend's post, or it could be an advertising, because we get advertising on Facebook. And it doesn't matter. Now, look at what showed up. Is it the content? Did the content grab your attention? Did that person say something that touches you or reminds you of something that maybe you can use to your advantage? Number one. Number two, a lot of things on Facebook are visual. Is it the color? Is it the detail? Is it the energy in the image? What is it? Because when you follow that, so this is what we call following the energy. When this shows up for you, now you can go and use this in what you're creating next. So for instance, my friend Crystal posted a picture of a wave because she's doing a coaching group called Momentum. So a wave has a lot of momentum. So she chose this beautiful picture of a wave. I couldn't stop staring at it, right? Love that picture. Now, what I realized for me, what I am about, especially in creating in all of my businesses, is this flow. There's this flow of energy, and that wave got me, oh my gosh, I am in the flow. My business is flowing. Everything in my life is flowing. Let's make sure nothing stops it, right? So, and not only nothing stops it, but how can I increase this flow? How can I increase this wave? This is what her advertising did for me. Now, I'm super grateful that she posted it also because I can energetically contribute to what she's creating. But on top of that, I am using this energy to see what in my business I'm representing when I'm creating, and what energy I can expand with my business, okay? So that's a very, very easy example. The blog post, okay, so somebody recently talked about creativity, and I really like what they said, and at the same time, I got this really funky feeling when I read what they were saying, and I realized that creativity actually carries a lot of judgment. A lot of people judge themselves for either being not enough creative or very creative and make that right or wrong. And I realized it actually prevents creation, because creation is so much greater than creativity. Creativity is one of the things we're going to use to create, but creation is much bigger than that. So I wrote a blog post about creativity and versus creation, and which one came first, right? That was awesome. That was inspiration. So awareness, this is awareness. Awareness is like, okay, what would I like to have in my life right now? What would I like to create? Oh, I'd like to create a blog post. Okay, cool. Universe, show me what blog post would contribute the most to people. And then, okay, next, oh, Facebook pops. Okay, cool. I'm going to go. So when I say Facebook pops, it's like, as I'm asking the question, I see like the blue top of Facebook, or I hear Facebook, or I sense like the same energy than I have when I'm on Facebook. It doesn't matter what it is. Something is going to show up that's going to remind me of Facebook. Like, cool, let's go to Facebook. Not making myself wrong for going to Facebook, right? Because I'm just browsing. I'm not necessarily going to post. I open Facebook and poof, Crystal's image pops up, or my friend's post on creativity pops up, right? Awesome. So I'm not making myself wrong for any of it, right? And I'm noticing what's showing up in my life, and I'm seeing that is the awareness that I've been asking for. So choice first, the choice was, I'm going to create a blog post. Then I'm asking a question. Hey, what would it take for me to create a blog post that contributes to everyone? And then poof, I get an awareness. Now, first awareness was go to Facebook. The choice, hey, I'm going to go to Facebook. I relax. I do not judge myself. And as I'm going to Facebook, poof, another awareness, the Crystal's image or my friend's creativity post. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Awareness 101. Now, let's go a little bit further than that, okay? You are speaking with somebody about something that everybody is very passionate about. Okay, so right now there's a lot of talks about politics. Okay, cool. So everybody's talking about stuff, and people are very passionate. And there's a lot of drama and trauma. There's a lot of history. So all of that, I mean, there are a lot of stories. So all of that is kind of heavy. It's challenging to get awareness. So you want to know, what can I do to make sure that we have the best president possible for the country, for instance, okay? Not necessarily the best president for me, but the best president for the country. Awesome. Now, of course, I have, like everybody else, points of views about the candidates, and I'm not necessarily going to share them here today, but I do have some points of views, and it's very easy to have stuff that comes up in my life that either matches or go against my points of view, but that's not what I'm talking about. As you're having those conversations, notice the awarenesses you're having. So for instance, like, oh, even though what they're saying makes sense, right? Yes, that sounds great. I would love for everybody to have, healthcare. I would love for everybody to be free and happy, whatever it is that they want to do that. Okay, awesome. But you can still get that. Now, in politics that people say one thing, but they may not be able to do what it is they said they would do. Okay, we know that. So if that's the case, if they're not able to do what they said they would do, and you're listening to what they're saying, but you are aware that even though they probably believe in what they're saying, they may not be able to do that. Or whatever other political party is at the house right there, whatever is going on in politics may prevent them from doing what it is they want to do. So you get the awareness. Now, you may know nothing about politics, and you may not be even interested in politics. But if you're having these conversations, if you're listening to people, you may actually know what will happen in the future. Okay, this is what you guys have to realize. You are aware of the future. You're aware of what will be created with what's presented to you. That's also the awareness that is available to you. You do not need to be educated. You do not need to study information. You actually know what these people are going to create in the future. How cool is that? Now, in order for you to really receive that awareness, do you know what you got to do first? Acknowledge. Acknowledge that you're aware, one. And two, acknowledge that you actually had awarenesses that were correct or that actually matched what you were asking for. Once you start acknowledging your awareness, you will keep getting more and more awarenesses, because that universe is like, cool, she's acknowledging or he's acknowledging their awarenesses, so they're going to give you more and more and more. Yes, exactly. Okay, so this is actually a little bit longer than I thought we were going to do. So we're already past 15 minutes. I didn't realize I had so much to say about awarenesses, but this is a little insight in what we teach in Access Consciousness classes or what we facilitate, because obviously awarenesses are very personal. It's whatever you get, not what I get. So I'll sit with you and I'll get an awareness and you'll get an awareness, and it will be different awarenesses and they'll both be correct because we're two different people. So in Access, we actually remind you of what you are aware of. How cool is that? And I would really like you to encourage to ask yourself, what do I know here that I'm pretending I don't know? Okay, when you're stuck in your business, when you're stuck in figuring out how to use your time, when you're stuck in figuring out how to make money, when you are stuck in traffic, what do I know here that I'm pretending I don't know? Okay, this is what I really would like you guys to start using today. And if you'd like more of this, I do a lot of this stuff on video, and I give you a lot of tools, in fact, new tools every day via beingwe.com. That's BEINGOUI.com. And I'd love for you to join us. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully next week we'll be with Gosha. Okay, bye-bye.